So the biggest thing for time management that I teach people is to obviously you have priorities about what's important to you and stuff like that, but it's very easy for people to get distracted. So I teach people to time block. It's the number one thing I teach for time management. And I'm ADHD like crazy. She can sit down and read a book for 5 hours straight and not move. Are you kidding me? Pull my hair out, throw me into a den of wild wolves. I could not take that. My brain can only stay focused on something for 15, maybe 30 minutes, and I've got to change. So I read like 5 books at a time. I can change books, or I can change things I do, but that's, just me. She's a lot better at this than I am at staying focused. But I found a lot of people are that way. They get distracted very easily or can't stay focused on things. So I have them set a timer. I set timers all the time, right? And I'll set a timer for 15 minutes to go. For 15 minutes, I'm going to do this one thing. Or for half an hour, if you're better her, set a timer for 5 hours, whatever. Each person's different, but I set my timer for 15 minutes and I'll go, I need to do this thing. It may not be something I like, but I'm going to do it for 15 minutes. And then I change it, and then I have a list of what I'm going to do. I'm excited. I'm like a little kid. What am I going to do with my next 15 minutes? I'm going to go do something fun. So I go do something fun for 15 minutes, and then I come back and do something else that's important to where I'm going to go. So in a day, I don't let a whole day go by being distracted. I make sure I get things done in 15-minute segments, but I have these little vacations every 15 minutes doing something else, and it allows people to get things done. It's like when they're afraid to make an approach and talk to a person. Go spend 15 minutes just talking to people. Now go do something you're comfortable with for 15 minutes. Now go back and do something for 15 minutes you're uncomfortable with. It's the best technique I've seen yet.
I think one of the biggest mistakes that people do make with time blocking is they'll have a time they're going to start something, but they don't set a timer for when they're going to end it.
That's a good point.
And that's a very important point, that you've got to end something. They'll get going on a task, and like me, they can be for 5 hours, and it shouldn't be. I should have had a timer or a certain period of time, because I've got a certain number of tasks that need to get done in the day, because they've been prioritized. And it's just as important to set a timer for an ending as well as a beginning.